So welcome along. This is an absolute Fight Talk special. If you're an MMA fan, this man needs absolutely no introduction. He's probably the most called out, spoke about welterweight in the world. We're joined by Darren Till. So Darren, thanks a million for coming on and chatting with us today.
Good.
There's a reason for this. It's two reasons. We want to hit a little bit of a fight announcement, something you've been calling for, probably even before the victory over Donald Cowboy Cerrone. But we'll let you say what the breaking news is. You're being matched in Liverpool against
Stephen Thompson.
It's the fight you wanted.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts with it? The confirmation. What's the initial thoughts about it?
I think it's going to be the most interesting fight I've ever had in my life, just because of his fight IQ and man. So let's see who wins. Let's see who's the best striker in the division. Now it's time to see.
And that's something like we spoke to you before on the show as well, and you called out Wonderboy straight away. And a lot of people, people get chatting, and some people were saying, maybe it's too early to get Wonderboy. They're saying, yeah, Cowboy was a big one, but Cowboy is a lightweight stepping up in welterweight. We know what he done to Cowboy, but they're saying, this is a real test. Wonderboy's been in there twice with the champion, but that's what you were in this for. You want to be the best,
yeah.
so.
But I don't, in terms of earliness, striking wise, I don't think it's too early, because I've been striking all my life, and so has he. So I wouldn't say in terms of that, and even MMA, I wouldn't say his wrestling caliber is any better than mine, or his ground game. I know he's got some good training partners, Chris Wyman and that, but I don't see where he's better than me anywhere, or where I'm better. I just think my striking's better than this. I think I can beat him.
One thing you did tell us when you were on the show the last time was that you thought your striking was better than him. Is this almost a proof that you're the best striker in the division?
Yeah. So as soon as I beat Stephen, then everyone it's just proven then I am the best striker in the welterweight division. So when I beat him 27th, then people can stop talking about me hype train, as people keep talking about.
For a long time before this fight, just before it was announced, we kind of stopped talking about you and Stephen Thompson because it looked like it wasn't going to happen. What changed? Is there anything on your end that changed, or did you hear anything from his end that changed?
I think the UFC just wants to make the fight happen, because there was the welterweight division, no one was getting booked ready for fights. So then, I don't know, I think the UFC just really wants to push for me versus Stephen Thompson, and then obviously with them bringing it to Liverpool, they know that the Liverpool people thrive, just like the Irish thrive off a good, striking war, striking match, bloodbath. So I think they knew that bringing me and Stephen going at it in Liverpool would have been, it's going to be a big fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, people watch the show, they know we record in Dublin, and you're here in Dublin at the moment, and apparently this fight was supposed to happen in Dublin, or a Dublin card was supposed to happen. Yeah. How close was that? Was that actually a thing, and then it got moved?
Yeah, well, the Dublin card was actually all booked,
yeah,
and then I just stole it from us. So, yeah, but Dublin's had it many times. It had never been to Liverpool, so it was sort of fair. Just give us one show. It'll obviously come back to Dublin later in the year. But they gave us the Liverpool show. I was meant to fight on the Dublin as well. They wanted me to main event there. Everyone was talking about Gunny, obviously, and now Gunny's just got booked against Magny, I think. So everything's worked out good. I didn't fight on the London show, so they've come to my hometown. I've had to wait a little longer, but no problem. I've got the fight I wanted. As soon as I beat Stephen, then what happens? Do I become number one? I mean, it's a big jump in it from unranked to 7 to number 1. It's big, but
How big do you think the implications with RDA and Kobe Covington as well? That's been scary. It looks like, I'm not 100% if it's being confirmed, but they're saying it's for an interim as well. That magical word, interim.
Yeah, I know. I think they both deserve it. I do. Dos Anjos has come up to welterweight and he's beaten everyone, and he's beaten a few guys, and Colby's on his 5-fight win streak, so I think they both deserve the interim. Then I think Usman versus Ponzinibbio's just been booked, so we'll see what happens. Out of RDA and Colby, who wins, Usman and Ponzinibbio, who wins, and then me and Stephen. Then it's going to be like a toss-up for who gets to fight the interim champ or the actual champ. Do you know what I mean? I'm not too bothered to fight the champ straight after Thompson. If they give me it, they give me it, but let's just see what happens with my fight first. I know I'm going to win.
That's one thing that I think people get a different impression of you, from what I see on Twitter. They think you're this outspoken guy who says, I'm going to beat everybody, and everybody's a terrible fighter, but it doesn't seem like you come off, you give everybody props, like even with Usman. I know you're having a bit of crack with him on Twitter, but even with him, you're saying, yeah, he is a good fighter. I'm not going to say you're not a good fighter.
I don't know what he wanted me to say. I don't know why I was arguing on Twitter. I'm like, he's saying stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I agree with you. Like, he's saying he's this and he's that, and I'm saying, yeah, what more do you want me to say? You're a good wrestler, you're a really good fighter, I would never underestimate you. Do I think I can beat you? No, I can knock you out, but that doesn't mean I don't respect your skill set. The difference is, does he respect mine? Does he just think I'm just some young boy who's got this hype train? So, you know, hit more through him if he just thinks it's a hype train.
Yeah. Do you think in some ways as well with the Cowboy fight, a lot of people are billing Cowboy as this striker, and famously we apologise because it blew up with us when we talked about Brendan Schaub. Brendan was saying, who is this guy Till? Cerrone's just going to walk through him, I don't know why he's taking this fight. Do you think in a way the secret's out of the bag now, that you know, people are starting to look and go, hold on, Darren Till's got such an extensive Muay Thai background? Is the surprise factor of Darren Till gone?
But this is what I say about Thompson as well, because there's strikers in MMA and then there's actual real strikers like myself. Like, Cowboy's a good striker for MMA, but I am like, I know I'm on a completely different level from guys like him, and so is Thompson in a way. His striking is incredible. So this is why I just really want to separate me and him to see who's the best striker, you know, and it's going to be like an intelligence match rather than like a slugfest, you know what I mean? And we're going to see who's coming out on top. I'm not underestimating, but I know I can beat him. I'm younger and faster, and I think I've got more to my game than he has.
You're in Dublin. As you said, we were sitting in where we record as well, not the actual studio we normally record in, but you're here for a reason as well, making history along the way as well. You're now an ambassador for Paddy Power, the first mixed martial artist to do so. So what does that mean going forward with you and the Paddy Power brand?
History, mate. Paddy Power, the brand, the company's a lot like myself, like, as you see, outspoken and doesn't mind having a bit of a crack. So I'm the same, mate. So what better partnership to do? And obviously, as you said, I'm the first MMA fighter. So along the way, I'm making a lot of history, you know. So proud moments, every step's a proud moment, and when I sit back and retire, it's all going to be legacy.
Are we getting some Paddy Power lucky pants for the weigh-ins?
yeah, maybe. If they pay me $1 million, like me.
That's something as well. It's a funny buzzword, the champion of your division as well. Though it's something I almost hate talking about because I spoke about the man enough. But it's in the news that much that we got to talk about it. Woodley's saying Mayweather's training starts this week. Yeah. Obviously, when he comes in, it's a different game, isn't it? Is he going to, like, depends who they put him in there. Like, if they're trying to say it's the McGregor-Mayweather fight, that's nonsense. But with even a high-level amateur MMA fighter, does Floyd Mayweather have a chance?
No, I don't think so, mate. I think it's all just like, I think it's just like for him to stay relevant and in the media. I don't think he's got any chance against anyone. No one, no girl, no lad. It's just different. It's just, boxing's okay. We could go to boxing a bit, but MMA is different. You can get choked. You can get fucking anything happening to you. So fuck me with that.
Perfect. One fight that looked like it was going to happen for you. When you got the win over Cowboy, Mike Perry jumped up the cage. He's had a little bit of back and forth, and that looked to the fight. I was asked, we were talking about who was next. We were only talking about, you know, Darren Till needs to get back in there, and then UFC Liverpool was confirmed. They were like, great. Who do we want to see him fight? And names were being tossed around everywhere. And I said, well, normally the UFC don't do coming off a loss, coming off a win against each other, but you and Perry, that fight sort of has to happen down the line, surely, with the back and forth. Fan favourite fight. But what do you think of the decline of Mike Perry? He's gone through a bit of a tough time since he stepped up and started mounting off with you, really.
Yeah, maybe I've scared him. I just think Mike's got a lot of defects in his skill set at the moment for the high level UFC fighter. You know, for starters, you know, I'm not talking shit, but just like his footwork and that sort of basic things he hasn't got. Actually, a lot of MMA fighters haven't got. You know, if you notice, a lot of MMA fighters they'll throw some punches and hit their opponents, and they've got no stance. They'll just run. It's like they're just running in the street. There's no footwork. There's no movement, and Mike Perry lacks a lot in that. So I think if he goes away and has a year off and tries to really define and hone his skills, I think he can come back a better fighter because he's got a grand chin, you know what I mean. But right now, I don't think he's top level UFC, no.
And that's with you transferring. We talked briefly about this as well before with you, transferring over from Muay Thai into MMA and how hard transition was. But there's fighters now, like I know a fighter here, Carl McCallick is fighting on Bama. He's a big Muay Thai fighter over here. He hasn't fought in a while now, but he's a big name in Irish Muay Thai. Keen Cowley, a big name in Irish Muay Thai. And they've transferred over. So what advice would you have for guys that are jumping from the likes of Thai or kickboxing or K1 to MMA?
I don't know. What I done was just basically went to Brazil for 4 years, but the wrestling's the big. you got like the two parts, the wrestling and the grappling. I think you need to have like a good defense on the ground, like on top, a good strong on top game. Not many submissions, but you know, on top, be wary of submissions with ground and pound. And then when you're on the bottom, you know, just be wary of yourself getting past guard and just being able to stand up. You know, a lot of guys in the gym, they get me down, but they can't keep me down because I'm good at standing back up. I'm strong, and I think focus a lot on your wrestling, on your defence, your takedowns, and even a counter attack, just stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because you see a lot of Muay Thai fighters transferring over, or kickboxing and that, and they've still got that stance as well, and it just doesn't work for MMA. It never worked for me at the start in the gym, so I really had to, you know, change it up quick, and that's what I've done.
Turnaround time, everything goes according to plan. UFC Liverpool, because it was a while since Cowboy. Are we going to see it in there a lot sooner again? Injury free, come through, get the victory you want.
UFC Anfield.
Not Goodison. What about Goodison? They normally hold it in Goodison now.
Anfield's my place in it.
In fairness, you, as a Liverpool man, you'd be used to going to Goodison and getting a good result anyway, no?
Don't say that, mate.
I'm playing hangman. If I got you into prediction game, what's happening in Liverpool?
Third round knockout.
Third round knockout. You heard it here. Paddy Power, ambassador.
Yeah.
Good odds on that. At Paddy Power, get your odds. Darren, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks a million for coming in and chatting to us, mate.
Thanks, Bob.
Cheers.